Joined by David Hayes on the eve of Caulfield Cup Day. David, at 1,000 Guineas Day at Caulfield, had a few good runners there. Nick Noyes was an excellent run.
Yeah, for some it mightn't have looked a good run, but he got back on a leader-dominated race and actually ran the best sectionals of the race, and finished back in the field, but was really working to the line well. And I'm sure he'd be a horse to look out for at long odds over the Flemington Carnival.
And Mabsam dodged early retirement with an eye-catching run. Where's the plan for her to run next?
Yeah, the blinkers really worked on her. Michael Rodd felt if she drew a barrier, she could have easily won that race, and it was jam-packed full of group contenders. There's a really nice race coming up over Cup Week, 1,700 for mares. She ran very well in a similar race last year. We're hoping she can win it.
And racing, of course, Caulfield Cup Day. Race 1, we have catered 10 to 1, Craig Williams aboard. Fraction disappointing last start, but this looks a tad easier.
Yeah, look, this girl pulled a bit, and it took away from her finish, and she did dislodge a shoe. So I'd be giving her the benefit of the doubt. Back against the fillies, she could improve.
Race 4 at Caulfield, Zorro, $21 with Sportingbet. Bit of a forgive run last start. Didn't see much daylight in the straight, and you're jumping her up to the 2,000.
Yeah, we are. We're hoping. She's on trial for the Oaks. You just forget she went around last start, and the 2 runs before that were excellent. I could see her improving a lot. I think she could do a Mabsam.
Okay, Extra Zero, race 7, the David Jones Cup. Nicole takes the mount. Drawn barrier 9. Showed promise this time in and steps up to the 2,000, which you know he's suited to.
Look, he always runs very good competitive races in these style of races. He's third up, and he'll be very competitive.
And race 8, the Caulfield Cup. Look, we've got Fictional Account, who's the 4th emergency. Unlikely to get a run. Who would be your tip in that race?
I like Peter Movie's Lights of Heaven. I think she's going very well, and if Craig Williams from the wide barrier can get it right on Dunedin, he'll be very hard to beat.
Bendigo on Saturday, we have Tigerish going around.
Yeah, look, this horse hasn't had a lot of luck his last 2 starts, crying out for 1,400, might be one to follow, and as he gets out over more ground, he'll get better and better.
And Seymour Sunday, race 1, Spirit of Carbine. The blinkers go on here. Would you expect us to roll forward?
Yeah, look, she's surprised me. She's a very fast track worker, but in her races is racing like a little bit further, less pressure might suit her. Hopefully she'll run a better race with the blinkers on. And
an interesting runner there at Seymour, race 2, 1,200 metres, is Specky, first up for the stable. How's he been going in track work?
Yeah, his track work's very good. In his previous races he's had a tendency to be erratic, but it wouldn't surprise me if he could run well fresh.
And just touching on Monday, Pakenham, Maritib over the 1,750 maiden there.
Yeah, look, she's knocking on the door, isn't she? She's been racing very, very well, and I think if she can draw a reasonable barrier, should take a nice position, and that shape of that Pakenham track should suit her.
Also, you'd expect Lobster in a benchmark 72 to run well?
Yeah, look, before she went to Tasmania, she won a similar sort of race at this track, and we're hoping that she can run into a bit of form here to set her up for mares races over the carnival.
And it's Bet of the Week time, thanks to Sportingbet, the $100 free charity bet. What are we going to do this week?
Look, Maritib's been peppering the goals. I've done it. I've backed her twice, so I'm not going to give up on her. I'm going to make Maritib on the nose, and 3rd time lucky.